everyone, welcome to CTS. We have our guest Dr. Swamy today with us. We're going to discuss on study abroad questions. Thank you for tuning in. Do comment if you have any questions. Thank you. Hi, sir. Welcome to the podcast. In this week's podcast, I'm going to discuss about the exams I need to write, the countries, what countries to choose, and that sort of questions. So, starting off, what are the most preferred exams that a student should certify themselves with? That way, they have a higher rate of acceptance in the universities abroad.
Okay, again, it depends from country to country. Some countries have some requirements, other countries have specific requirements according to their own curriculum and their own expectations from the students. So, to give a simpler idea about this, let me break it up into two. So, tests can be divided uh, you know into two. One is the general ability or the mental ability or the logical abilities, and the second one is English proficiency. uh, could be the second one, as I said. uh, See, when it comes to testing the mental ability of the student, the logical thinking or the analytical thinking of the student, GRE is one of the most popular tests in the world, and it is conducted by ETS, Education Testing Services. And when it comes to the English proficiency tests, there are a lot of them in the market, beginning with a TOEFL IBT, internet-based tests, uh, and we have IELTS, International English Language Testing Systems, and then we have PTE, Pearson Test of English, and the recent entrant in the market, that is Duolingo English Test, which is called DET. Okay, and we also have other less frequently utilized or less frequently quoted ones, such as CAE, Cambridge Advanced English, and of course we also have CPE, which is not well known to students, Cambridge Proficiency English Tests. So these tests are there. Some countries like the US, and of course some universities in the US, not all of them, they have a specific requirement of this mental ability test and one of these English tests, English proficiency tests, I mean.
Okay, got it.
So, and when it comes to other countries such as Canada, they won't place much importance on GRE, but they would place definitely a minimum requirement of English proficiency, a lot of importance.
Got it.
And other countries such as Australia, they look for PT more than others, and New Zealand prefers PT, and countries like Germany, they only require IELTS, they don't require GRE. And when it comes to UK, it is slightly different. UK doesn't even take any of these English proficiency tests into consideration in the case of most of the universities. They give more importance to the English marks that a student gets in intermediate. For example, if a student gets more than 70 in the first year English subject and in the second year English subject, not all the percentage, I'm not talking about the total percentage, it's only the English subject as such. The first year English and the second year English score would be enough to consider whether a student is proficient in English or not. They wouldn't mind, they wouldn't consider even the other tests also. If the score is lesser than 70 or 70 in both of
Okay.
them, then they require IELTS test. So it depends from
On the
course to
country.
course and country to country. Yes, yeah,
Got it.
you
Got
got
it.
it right. Yeah.
So, sir, for the countries to choose, right, is it depending on the course purely, or is it something else that students should consider before selecting a specific country for his program abroad? If you can please answer that question.
Yes, that's actually a very important question. So here is a juncture where the student is, in especially when they try to pick up a country where they want to study uh, for their higher education. So, what is the basis which they take, which they need to, you know, which they need to consider in choosing a country. That is something that needs discussion. See, each and every country specializes in certain areas. For example, USA is very popular for computer science. Many, if a student wants to study computers and want to establish their career in computer related or information technology or data science related subjects, it's better for them to prefer US because lots of innovations happened in that particular country. Since innovation happened in that area, the knowledge with those companies, the knowledge that's been acquired by the professionals or the professors there is much richer and advanced when compared with the other countries. As far as UK is concerned, the management education, the fundamental managerial education, all developed in the UK. Therefore, for MBA, probably you can prefer UK. Another reason why people or students prefer UK is that it's cheaper to study UK relatively. And if somebody is specifically interested in manufacturing process or design engineering, Germany is preferred by students. And somebody wants to excel in agricultural area and hospitality area, people prefer New Zealand. So like this, it depends on what kind of education you would like to pursue and what kind of specializations you would like to excel in. So that is something that decides which country you can go or you should go.
Awesome. So thank you so much for that. Is there any specific course that has higher intake, right? You have done so many, visa applications and everything. So any specific course that has a higher intake in these reputed universities abroad, or is just on the depends on universities and countries as we discussed earlier?
That's actually a question that uh, doesn't need much of a thought. Of course, since computers has been relatively new in the market, it's it's only last in the last 20 or 30 years, the innovations in the computers and the world is getting computerized completely. Every industry literally is impacted by the innovations in the field of computers. So people have been have, have been using or have started using computers in every field that is thinkable on the planet. Is it's only in the recent times that we have started. Therefore, the world is yet to be computerized fully. That way, it is very obvious that most of the students from different backgrounds in bachelors are preferring to merge into computers, are preferring to shift their careers into computers. One reason is that there are a lot of opportunities. Second reason is that the growth is much quicker. And third reason is that no, they obviously the earnings would be more and they can settle easily in life because of that greater number of opportunities. So the single most answer for this is anything to do with computers is in high demand and it's preferred by most of the students these days.
Got it. So it's basically more of a computer science or data science, which is much more trendy these days, and that's where the future is looking. Okay, sir. Thank you so
Yeah.
much for your time.
Thank you for that opportunity, Sharon, and we look forward to meet you next week.
All right. Good day.
Okay, bye. Good day.
Hey everyone, thank you for listening the whole audio. I hope you like it. If you have any questions, feel free to comment on it. And also you can participate on the surveys that are available and let me know your feedback. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you have a wonderful week. We will catch you up with next episode on Sunday at 7 p.m. Thank you.